Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that every choice you've ever made, every decision, every preference, every desire, was never truly yours. Not even once. Your favorite food, the people you've loved, the goals you chased, the mistakes you regret, the dreams you cling to. What if all of it was an illusion? Most people believe free will means this. I choose what I want because I want it. But the deeper you follow that sentence, the more it begins to crumble. Because where does a want come from? It comes from the brain. And what shapes the brain? Your genetics, your childhood, your environment, your experiences, your traumas, your culture, your biology, your neurochemistry, your dopamine pathways, your fears, your instincts, your memories, all of them, things you didn't choose. So if the ingredients that shape your decisions were never yours to begin with, how can the decisions be yours? Neuroscientists discovered something unsettling. In brain scan experiments, your brain makes a decision before you become aware of it. Several hundred milliseconds, sometimes seconds, before you think you chose something. Your neural circuits have already initiated the action. You don't choose. You notice the choice your brain already made, and then you invent a story explaining why. We call that story "I decided." But in reality, the decision arose from a biological machine operating below consciousness. A machine built by causes you never selected. Your upbringing, for example. If you grew up in fear, your brain leans towards safety. If you grew up in chaos, your brain seeks control. If you grew up with love, your brain trusts more easily. If you grew up denied choices, your brain doubts itself. These patterns run deeper than personality. They become the architecture of behavior. So when you say, "I chose this," often what you mean is, "This is the only thing my brain was trained to choose." Even morality isn't immune. Some people grow up in environments where empathy is nurtured. Others grow up where empathy is punished. And yet society judges both as if they had equal freedom. But here's the twist that makes everything even stranger. Even if you try to rebel, even if you try to act against your instincts, that rebellion is also shaped by factors you didn't choose. Your resistance is just another chain in the same causal system. So what then? Are we all puppets? Biological machines following scripts written by DNA, childhood, and randomness? Some philosophers say yes. Some neuroscientists agree. And some psychologists argue that free will is a comforting myth. A story we tell ourselves so we can function without existential paralysis. But before the darkness settles in, consider this. Even if your choices are shaped by forces outside your control, you still experience them. You still feel the weight of decisions. You still learn, adapt, grow, change. You still become someone. Free will may not be absolute, but agency, the ability to influence what happens next, still exists. You might not choose the starting point. You might not choose your wiring. You might not choose the forces that shaped you. But you can choose how aware you become. And awareness changes everything. Because once you understand the hidden forces influencing your decisions, you're no longer controlled by them in the same way. You become harder to manipulate, harder to deceive, harder to condition. You become more conscious of yourself. And paradoxically, by accepting that free will might be limited, you gain more of it. So here's the question that matters. If your choices are shaped by everything that came before you, what will you shape next? Because even if you didn't choose the beginning of your story, the ending might still be yours to write.